But before we get to that heated clash, let's rewind. Because Shedeur Sanders has never had a normal path into football. From the moment he picked up a ball, expectations weren't just high, they were sky high. Being Deion Sanders' son meant the spotlight followed him everywhere. Analysts weren't just saying he could make it to the NFL. They were projecting him as a first-round talent, a potential franchise quarterback, the kind of player you could build an entire future around. Scouts raved about his accuracy, his poise under pressure, and his football IQ. Fans dreamed of seeing another Sanders dominate Sundays. Stephen A. Smith didn't just talk this time, he erupted. On Instagram Live, in front of millions, Stephen A. confronted Shedeur Sanders in a way that had fans holding their breath. You could feel the tension through the screen, like a collision that had been building for years. He called it a crime, a disgrace, and for once it wasn't just about a bad play or a poor performance. This was about something much bigger. Shedeur Sanders, the son of Hall of Famer Deion Primetime Sanders, had signed a contract outside of the NFL system, a move that shook the league to its core. And Stephen A.? He wasn't about to let it slide. He wanted answers. And what unfolded in that live stream was more than just a confrontation. It was history in the making. But when draft night came, everything collapsed. Instead of his name being called early, Shedeur watched as pick after pick went by. He slid into the later rounds, a humiliation few could have predicted. It wasn't just a disappointment, it was a spectacle. Commentators who once hyped him were left stunned, and fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. How could a quarterback this talented fall so far? That's when Stephen A. Smith weighed in with those unforgettable words. That is a crime. That is a disgrace. To many, it was just Stephen A. being dramatic. But looking back now, it felt like foreshadowing, a warning shot that something deeper was at play. Because this wasn't just about performance, this was about politics. Rumors swirled that NFL executives weren't evaluating Shedeur solely on talent. They were evaluating him based on his father, Deion Sanders, a man who has always been larger than life. A man who has never followed the league's unwritten rules of silence and obedience. And some insiders whispered that Shedeur was being punished for it, blackballed before his career could even start. And then came the move that turned whispers into chaos. Shedeur Sanders signed a multi-million-dollar contract outside the NFL's control. This wasn't just another endorsement deal. This was a groundbreaking agreement tied to media, endorsements, and opportunities beyond football itself. A fifth-round rookie had just secured a contract bigger than what some first-rounders were getting. For traditionalists, it was blasphemy. For critics, it was career suicide. But for Shedeur, it was liberation. It was him taking control of his destiny, refusing to let the same NFL system that doubted him dictate his future. That's when Stephen A. went live. That's when everything exploded. Picture this, millions of fans getting a notification on their phones. Oh, Stephen A. Smith is live with Shedeur Sanders. People rushed to tune in, expecting maybe a lighthearted conversation. Instead, what they saw was a confrontation that felt like a trial by fire. Stephen A.'s voice cut sharp, filled with the passion and fire he's known for. It's like understood. We don't want him because we don't like his daddy. That line hit like a thunderclap. This wasn't just about Shedeur anymore. It was about a family legacy, about the NFL's deep-seated grudges, about the price of being Deion Sanders' son. And Shedeur? He didn't back down. Calm but firm, he pushed back. He defended his decision with words that echoed years of frustration. If the NFL didn't want me, then why should I give them control over me? They had that chance. I'm not begging for a seat at their table. I'm building my own. The comment section exploded instantly. Supporters flooded the chat with fire emojis, typing, "Talk your talk." Critics screamed, "You'll regret this." Nobody beats the NFL. It was chaos. It was raw. It was real. Key timing made it even more explosive. Shedeur had just finalized a multi-million-dollar deal. The kind of contract no rookie in his position had ever pulled off. And that terrified NFL owners. Because here's the truth they don't want you to hear. If Shedeur Sanders doesn't need the NFL to succeed, then maybe others don't either. And if other players follow his lead, suddenly the league's monopoly on talent starts to crumble. That's why this confrontation wasn't just personal, it was systemic. And notice the NFL's reaction. Or rather, their lack of one. No press release, no official statement, nothing, silence. But sometimes silence speaks louder than words. The league knew that even acknowledging the controversy would legitimize it. So they stayed quiet, hoping the storm would blow over. But it didn't. If anything, the silence made fans believe the whispers even more. That the NFL was terrified of losing control. From there, the hate machine roared to life. Critics piled on Shedeur from every angle. They called him a silver spoon kid, claiming his opportunities only existed because of Deion. They replayed his draft day humiliation, saying he was overrated. They labeled him arrogant, saying his confidence was really entitlement. They blasted him for cashing out before proving himself on the field. But here's the hypocrisy. When quarterbacks like the Manning brothers get opportunities, the media praises their pedigree. When Patrick Mahomes benefits from his father being a pro athlete, it's celebrated. When the Bosa family dominates, it's called a dynasty. But when Shedeur Sanders has a famous father, suddenly he's just a nepo baby. The double standard is obvious. The truth is uncomfortable. And then there's the arrogance narrative. Scouts whispered that Shedeur was too brash, too cocky, not coachable enough. But when Joe Burrow shows swagger, it's called leadership. When Josh Allen carries himself with confidence, it's praised. With Shedeur, it became a weapon against him. And let's be honest, that's not about personality. That's about perception. That's about bias. That's about Deion Sanders refusing to play by the rules and his son paying the price for it. That's why the Stephen A. confrontation hit so hard. It wasn't just a broadcaster versus a rookie. It was the old guard colliding with a new wave of athletes who refused to bow down. Stephen A., for all his criticism of owners, still represents the establishment in many ways. He calls out hypocrisy, but he also holds athletes to brutal standards. And in this case, he wasn't just questioning Shedeur's decision, he was testing whether Shedeur was ready to fight the machine. And let's not forget Stephen A.'s history. This is the same man who has gone after Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham Jr., Cam Newton, Antonio Brown, Colin Kaepernick, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, you name it. He thrives on confrontation. He thrives on being the voice that says what others won't. Sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong, but he's always loud. And his clash with Shedeur Sanders wasn't just another hot take. It was him shining a light on a bigger truth. That the NFL doesn't forgive, it doesn't forget, and it doesn't like being challenged. The fallout proved it. Overnight, hashtags like Kachka, Shedeur Sanders, and Steven trended across social media. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, every platform was flooded with clips and commentary. Skip Bayless called it the boldest move by a rookie quarterback we've ever seen. Shannon Sharp compared it to Colin Kaepernick's fight with the league. SportsCenter replayed the live confrontation on loop. And yet behind the noise, anonymous NFL executives whispered to reporters, he burned bridges. He'll never play meaningful downs again. Chilling words. Words that echo the draft night humiliation. But here's the twist. The more the hate piled on, the more fans started questioning the system. Why was the league so threatened? Why were executives so quick to dismiss him? And why was a young quarterback being judged more harshly than players with far worse records? NFL teams have given chances to athletes with DUIs, assault charges, locker room meltdowns. But Shedeur Sanders, with no legal trouble and nothing but talent, was treated like a problem child. Why? Because his father refused to bow to the system. And that's where this becomes bigger than football. This is about generational clash. The NFL represents the old guard, a billion-dollar machine built on control. Shedeur represents the new wave, athletes who want independence, who see beyond the field, who won't let ownership dictate their every move. If Shedeur succeeds, it proves the NFL isn't untouchable. If he fails, it proves the machine always wins. That's why this moment feels historic, because whichever way it goes, it changes the narrative forever. By the end of the week, Shedeur Sanders wasn't just another rookie. He was one of the most talked about names in sports. He had forced the NFL's dirty laundry into the spotlight, whether they liked it or not. And Stephen A., for all his criticism, may have accidentally helped him. By putting the confrontation front and center, he made sure nobody could ignore what was happening. So here's the final question. Will Shedeur Sanders collapse under the weight of all this hate? Or will he become the one player who finally cracks the NFL's iron grip on its talent pipeline? Because if he pulls this off, if he proves he can succeed outside their system, it won't just silence the critics, it will change football forever. And that's why this wasn't just another Instagram Live moment. It was history.